Okay.
I don't know if they've got in there
With Ryan.
close down.
Okay, it's 5:30. We'll call the Shoreline Fire Department RFA Board of Commissioners special meeting to order for May 27th, 2006. Yeah, getting longer. Could you join me to the pledge?
Yeah, I didn't put it in there. We didn't have to, but. So, what we can do.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Looks like everybody's here tonight. Rod did contact me. He didn't get the email and he was up at 61, so he's on his way down here.
So Lisa won't.
Oh, and Lisa's not here. Did she say anything?
Not to me.
Okay.
I think, did she mention at the last meeting that she wasn't? Can't remember. I don't remember.
Well, that's just fine. All right. Rick, would you share with everybody what you found, just in case nobody's seen emails?
Yeah, so basically, I did hear back from Puget Sound. They have a very similar setup like we're posing. They have 3 Kent council members, 3 Tukwila council members, 3 King County District 37 commissioners, and then they call the non-voting members an advisory board. And there's one from Covington, SeaTac, Maple Valley, and District 43. They thought it's a little large for a hybrid board, but they said they like that they have the equal representation throughout, although the voting members are more of the initial group, because he told me that RCW 5226 said they can't change their governance structure. So they hadn't really changed their governance structure. That's why the advisory board. So I don't know what Summit would have to say about that. But,
Probably.
they said it'd be based on the plan, the RFA plan.
I was going to say, I think we were intentional about allowing for
Leaving that open. Cool.
Knowing that we might want to change the governance structure.
Okay. Cool.
But I can double check on that too. I mean, we still have time before.
That's how my memory is as well, is that we chose the structure we did to maintain kind of equal balance between the 2 sides and to make it as clean and easy as possible to get to the RFA, knowing that we would likely need to change the structure down the road.
And we do have language specifically in that's section 5 on governance that actually says a majority of the RFA governing board can change the structure.
That makes it clean and easy. So yeah. That was what I was looking for, just to hear from them what they wanted to change. And they said they can't think of anything that they would do differently. So and obviously East Side set up quite a bit differently. South County said Dr. Tim Hoover, who's the IFF rep for going to be the international rep for the 7th district, and he liked how we have things set up. So
Thanks for doing research.
yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
And VRFA is set up kind of similar, so they don't have an advisory board, but basically it's the same thing. They just don't have an advisory panel.
Rick, when you say that they're in favor of how we're proposing to set up, are you referencing the 3, 3, and 3?
Correct.
With that would be the 6 advisory board members.
For us, and then the 3, so 9 total. So they really
so
like
9 voting, so 3 from each.
Yeah,
and then 6 total on the advisory board, 2 from each.
Or
well, he felt like that gives everybody a voice because everybody's like unelected already, and so
yeah, I just wasn't sure which of the versions that you put out that we were specifically referencing.
And then I had mentioned about us paring that down, like if eventually, some commissioners perhaps going to only 3 commissioners per district.
That takes a vote.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the only issue would be with Bothell on their board, city council. So it'd be 3. They wouldn't have 2 more advisories because then
Yeah, and that would be my recommendation.
and then everything would be special meeting, and we'd have to they'd have to set that up and then we could only talk about specific topics, and I don't think that would work. I like the idea of what we talked about with a North Shore board can pick 3 voting members, however we set that up. And then have 2 advisories come to the meetings too. So, and we can have alternates.
Everybody's still involved, we're
Right.
just,
And then, yeah, and then it would be up like every year we do elect a chair and vice chair. We can elect, or, it's up to the boards how they want to select 3 votes.
Yeah, and that would be up to the districts to
Yeah.
to choose their
North Shore
yeah.
meeting or shoreline. I'm okay with that. Just put it out there.
Thank you for the opportunity to research that, so.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
for doing it. In your notes, you referenced an RCW. Could you give that to me one more time?
52.26.080.
I think it's the same one we had before.
Yeah, and that's the one we reference in our governing documents as well. 52.26.080.
Kind of dragged my feet a little bit waiting for Rod to get here. We take a vote and he's not here. Gets here at the end as we're all walking out.
Traffic's not real good today.
No, it's not. It took me a half an hour to get down here.
I live at the top of the hill. It took me 25 minutes to get from top of the hill down.
Sit back. It's not.
It was halfway up Simon's.
Or something.
You always have a problem.
I see that. I got him.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry.
Then get right down Simon.
Going through.
They have it at the golf course, you gotta shut it down too.
When you go through, and you can't go down. Then you come through the main drag.
Hey, while we're waiting for Rod, I'm going to leave my video off because I have weak Wi-Fi where I'm staying right now. But so I guess a couple questions or some items for discussion. So it seems to me that people are generally feeling okay with a governing board model that has 3 voting members from North Shore Board, 3 voting members from Shoreline, and 3 from Bothell. I feel like people are feeling okay with that. Here comes Rod as well. So I guess my thought is that this evening we wouldn't necessarily have to arrive at the process by which each district board would determine who the voting members are. I think my thought was that all we'd really have to do this evening, assuming people are okay with that 333, would be to perhaps pass a resolution that says if the Bothell voters vote in favor of Bothell joining the RFA, at that time we would move to a governance model with 3 North Shore commissioners, 3 Shoreline commissioners, and 3 Bothell City Council members. And we would leave it until after that vote to determine the method by which we could discuss it ahead, but essentially I don't think we have to determine the method by which we determine the voting members and the alternates today, per se. I think we just have to agree on what we would like to see as a governance model. So I just putting that out there for discussion.
No, I totally agree, and it wouldn't happen until the effective date anyway for the RFA. So, which will be February or March of next year, at their assuming everything goes forward.
That's where I was going to, Eric. There's no sense in, trying to figure out who's going to be where and go to this model if we don't need to. We need to wait and see what Bothell's going to do and Bothell citizens.
No, I agree, but it also, by us having this discussion, Bothell knows that we'll put in a system of governments
Right.
that will We'll make
Yeah.
it parity for everybody, so.
No, I think that I commend you all for looking at it this way.
So.
My thought was,
Go ahead.
oh, sorry. My thought was that if we did something in the form of a resolution that just stated our willingness to make that move to that model, assuming that Bothell voters vote to join the RFA. If we did something in the form of a resolution, it would be more meaningful than if we just have a discussion in general favor of it. But I don't know if that's required or if that's a good idea or a bad idea. That was just my initial thought.
I'm going to need to modify the governing documents to reflect what you just said, assuming that this is what our plan is, so that when you look at the whole package, it'll be in the governing documents, and then you'll pass by resolution that governing document package that would go forward and conditional on Bothell joining. If Bothell doesn't join, then we're back to normal.
I think what Eric's referencing though is like a resolution of intent. We are intending to change the governance model if Bothell decides to join the RFA, right? Or maybe resolution isn't the right term, but like some type of vote reflecting a consensus for our intention to make this change.
I can certainly put a resolution together for the next meeting, but you're gonna be pretty soon thereafter. You're gonna be looking at the whole governing documents, and it's gonna be identified in the governing documents, and you'll pass that by resolution as well. But we can do another resolution. I mean, just another resolution. I can get a resolution ready for the next meeting, stating the intent.
I would think just a vote, majority vote. It's recorded, it's stated, and then
Put it into the
said
document.
resolution together.
At the end of the day, you're gonna have the whole package of the governing documents and everything that'll capture all of this stuff plus the financial pieces and all of that. So, but I can do whatever you guys would like me to do.
Rod, did you get a chance?
Chief, I hear what you're saying.
Rick's email?
No.
Rick, would you mind repeating for Rod?
Basically, our 3-3 model is very similar to what Puget Sound does and Bertha. Puget Sound actually does have some members that are on the advisory panel. So they're non-voting members, and that's members from Covington, SeaTac, Maple Valley, and District 43. So that's going to be much more similar to what we have, whereas Bertha Valley Regional is just the hybrid of commissioners with council members, and that's 3 and 3, but without the advisory panel. So it seems like we're going down the right path, so it's happy with it.
Okay. I turned my computer on this afternoon and it was just doing nothing but recycling. So I didn't see that.
So the what we're talking about is doing an RFA board with 3 from Bothell, 3 from Shoreline, 3 from North Shore. Shoreline would continue to carry 5, and North Shore would continue to carry 5. 2 would be advisories to the RFA board, but would be commissioners for the Shoreline. And then Bothell would only have 3 and no advisory.
All right.
Can I add a thought?
Sure, Eric.
So I would maybe, instead of calling them well, I guess we could call them advisory. I guess whatever we want to call them. I was kind of considering that we might want to call them alternates, like alternate number 1 and alternate number 2, just in the event that one or two of the 3 voting members was absent, then an alternate could vote in their stead, so that we would always have, almost always have at least 3 voting members would be present from each body.
And Bothell would be able to do that too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Theoretically, I would need to
that-
check on the legality of it.
Right.
But I call them primary like voting members and alternates in my email, but I don't know if that really matters. I think what I'm hearing is that we're all on the same page of that they're going to be involved, either as on other committees or as an advisory board or as alternates or whatever. Whatever we call them, and I can figure out what that looks like,
Waffle.
and I'll find out what if
Yeah.
Popple can substitute in another council
Yeah, would they
member.
just be able to
If Barb Sullivan's going to be off,
grab another person?
Yeah.
This one.
and we have legal counsel. Deanna Gregory is looking at all this stuff.
Backing up to the agenda, we have public comment.
Oh.
Bofa, did you have anything? Hi, Brian, I see you're on. Do you have anything for public comment?
No, I don't. Thank you for asking.
Okay, all right. I guess let's go ahead then, if we don't have any more discussion. Let's take a vote to potentially change our governance board if Bothell decides to join and if it passes the Bothell citizens. With the 3, 3, and 3, and our other 4 members are either alternates or advisory boards, however we want to term it. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Thank you very much,
Unanimous.
and thanks again for the. I know this is kind of a weighty decision, so thanks for all the robust conversation.
5:47 adjourned.
Thank you. Sorry you went to the wrong place.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for logging in, Eric and Brian.
Thanks for driving down here, Beatrice.
Thanks for making it